Hello again, I'm John Turzak and welcome to another video lesson at Seasoned Cook. Today I'm going to show you how to make a conch/clam chowder. Now, it's not Caribbean style necessarily, it's not Floridian style, it's my idea of making this type of chowder. Let's go through the ingredients real quick. There's a fair amount of them, and that would be some conch meat. And I have some of it minced up, and I'm going to show you how to cut that conch meat. Now, some of these soups are made with ground conch meat, but I'm going to show you how to make it with small diced conch meat so that you can taste the texture of the conch in the soup. And garlic, and chopped ocean clams, and dry white wine, olive oil. We have over here fresh herbs. I have dill, sage, cilantro, and basil, red and green peppers. I have roasted mirepoix, which you have a video for, which is celery, carrots, and onions that have been roasted and diced, and they have flavor on their own already. Then I have clam juice, and I have rendered bacon and bacon fat, which you also have a video for. So let's start by getting at this critter right here and getting it to the point where it can be diced up, because I'm just going to cut this really fat part down just slightly right there before I start pounding this. And I want you to see where our end product is going to be with this, which is what this is. This used to be one of these, which I did earlier this morning, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Jakarta and tenderize this tough giant snail, which is what it is. And I'm going to beat this thing to death, too. And all these blades in here, you see, are stabbing it. Okay, I think I got enough there. Now, I'm going to mince this for you really quick so you can see exactly how I came to this that I have in the cup here. I figured you didn't need to see me doing too much of this. So let's just fast forward through this right now. All right, I got it all minced. That took me about 3 minutes. So let's put this in a measuring cup, because what I really want here is about equal parts of the clam and the conch together here, which is about what we have. So my goal here was to do like equal parts, so you'll have the same amount of clam and the same amount of conch in the soup. So we got about a cup and a half of each one there, okay? So I have a hot pan here, and I'm going to put the bacon fat in here, which we have 1 cup of. Let's put a little bit less than a cup. Let's put 3/4 of a cup. And let's put the peppers in here. The red and green peppers, we have about 2 cups of them mixed together there. And let's put a little bit of dried thyme, like half a teaspoon, and a little pinch of pepper. Now, some people would say that you should probably want to put some hot sauce in your conch chowder, and you definitely might want to, but let's cook this for a minute. And then we're going to put the rest of these ingredients, for the most part, in the soup. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, the peppers have been sauteing in the bacon fat for about 5 minutes. As you can see there. So now, things that we're going to add all at once. The roasted mirepoix, which we have 1 carrot, 2 ribs of celery, and a half of an onion of. The bacon, which we have 3/4 of a cup. And I have 2 whole tomatoes that I cut up in large size. And we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of the fresh chopped garlic. We're going to add the 1.5 cups of chopped ocean clams and the 1.5 cups of conch. See, the beauty of treating the conch the way I did is you don't have to cook the soup to death to get the conch tender enough to eat. That was the whole purpose of dicing it and jacquarding it in advance. That's why so many recipes call for ground conch, because then it's tenderized. I kind of like the idea of being able to identify the conch in the soup. Now the 2 cups of white wine, and we'll give this a quick mix, and then we're going to put this on the fire to reduce by about 75%, and that's going to take, probably 15 minutes, maybe 20. We'll be right back then, and at that point, we'll add the clam juice, and I'm going to add hot clam juice to it also. So we'll be back in about 15, 20 minutes. The white wine is reduced about 50 to 60%, and that's enough for me. Let's take it off. And this period of time that this has been reducing is really the simmering stage for this soup. So it cooked for about 15 minutes in the white wine. Now I'm going to add the 3 cups of hot clam juice, and we're going to finish this soup off right now. Let's see if 3 cups is as much as we need. It depends how chunky you want it. I'm going to put the 3 cups in, and the soup is looking good. Now we're going to chop the fresh herbs. We've got the basil, sage, dill, and cilantro here. We can just chop them all together. Just save a little bit to sprinkle on top of one of these bowls of soup. And I'm going to add about 2/3 of a cup of cream. Half a cup of cream I'm adding to it. That's an option. You don't need to put the cream in it at all if you don't want. Now, could you put rice, potatoes, garbanzo beans, macaroni? You can put all kinds of stuff in here at this point, or anywhere close to the finishing part of this. Let's give this a taste. I like this already. This is a very simple, refreshing, relatively light soup compared to some thicker soups. Let's just give this a taste to make sure our seasonings are in line. Oh yeah, this is good. I like this just the way it is. It doesn't need anything. There was enough salt in the bacon fat, and I put a little bit of salt in it. Now, depending on how you want to serve it, if you could serve this as a main dish with a salad and a nice piece of bread. But in terms of the amount of food in the bowl, that's a determination for you. You see the amount that I think belongs in there. You can put a little bit more of that fresh herb on there if you wanted, like so. So there you have it. That's John's version of a conch clam combination. And keep in mind, you can make this all conch or all clam. And if you wanted to, you could add mussels to this and make it 3 different kinds, you know. So I hope you get a chance to try this. This is really good. I love the underlying flavor of the bacon in this. And that's a treat. Enjoy yourself.